Coach Simmons here, people, and I gotta give this out every time I have one of these type of videos. I gotta give the preface out. I'm not beholden to one school, except Houston Tillotson College in North Texas. My school didn't play football. Now, if I had known about the transfer portal from North Texas, I definitely probably would have played at HBCU, but I didn't know about it back then, back in 2000. But here's the thing. Grambling State University. What is next for Grambling, right? For those of y'all who don't know, today, Grambling State announced they are parting ways with the current coaching staff with Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson came over from Tennessee State under Eddie George his first year. Previous to that, he was the head coach of the Cleveland Browns, famous for going 0 forever. And then, of course, the hot stuff over at the Oakland Raiders at the time and USC, famous for having the Heisman Trophy winners, Matt Leinart and Carson Palmer under his watch. Grambling decided to fire him. So we got to get this out the way. They're going to have a little press conference in about 20-something minutes, and that's good. I'm not really focused on what that press conference is going to say. Because you fired the man, you fired the man. Doesn't matter why. But I want to dig into what you should understand about this. Before Hugh Jackson was hired, I made a video stating they should hire Mr. Kincaid. I was thinking in the Deion Sanders kind of mindset of, hey, he hasn't had much coaching experience, but he's a big name on campus, ties to Dallas, Texas, which is a stronghold for Grambling State University. He can do the CEO type coaching deal, learn on the job type stuff. That's what I was thinking in my head. Learn on the job. Learn to become the next great coach. Then I thought, like, hey, once they hire Hugh Jackson, maybe Mr. Hugh Jackson can. He did coach, Carson Palmer, and he did coach Matt Leinart, I think. That's what he says. Former NFL coach. Maybe if he hires Mr. Kincaid, he can learn on the job. Hugh stays 2 or 3 years, builds up everything Grambling needs to get built back up. We all saw the pictures from the locker room back in the day. Gets that all corrected and can teach Mr. Kincaid a little bit more about breaking down defenses. Well, that shit didn't happen. So what happened was 2 years in, the job was just about being turned around. Grambling went on a preseason blitz online. They had their own well-off media. I swear to God, I thought that Bucky was back there at Grambling doing the videos. They did the G5 offense and flying in planes and all that stuff. And Mr. Jackson brought in his help and fixed up the weight room because Lord knows it needed it. Brought TVs in and all kinds of good stuff, right? He stated, people overlooked this very important point. He stated before, he just needs $5 more million. And everybody made jokes. I made a video about it. What can $5 million do for Grambling? Build them a new locker room, fix the field, a scoreboard, that kind of stuff. But if you dig into it, and Grambling, this is going to hurt. Grambling makes damn near half the money that Southern University makes. And this is word. I'll put the link in the description below. Grambling University makes a little over 11.38 million revenue. About 7.28 of that comes from the state of Mississippi. Now, on the other side of that, Southern University. I'm not even going to Southeast Louisiana. I'm going to their rival, Southern University. Well, they make over 18.9. So you're already dealing with a school that considers itself to be the Black Notre Dame. It has the most Black national championships of all time, making damn near half the amount of money of his rival, expected to compete with his rival. On top of that, Hugh Jackson was not only following Fobbs and Doug Williams, and man, who cares about that? You still following Coach Rob. Bill Belichick couldn't have did anything for Grambling at this point with the funds from the state and the amount of home games or lack of home games the school had. I mean, Grambling famously has like, what, 3 or 4 home games a year? You're a traveling circus. There, I said it. Grambling is the epitome of a traveling circus. With the lack of home games, the lack of money coming into the school, the lack of the ability, not the want, the lack of the ability to upgrade, the lack, and let's be honest, Grambling, Louisiana is not Houston, Texas. I saw a video a couple of years ago where they famously just got a grocery store. So with all that being said, I personally think they need to have somebody who knows the ropes at Grambling. Outside help is not coming. Suggest you go ahead and give Mr. Kincaid the reins before it falls off the cliff.